Hi, my name is Harrison Taylor. This is my continuous improvement plan for Basic Aluminum High School as my Module 5 for AEP 858. To begin, I found this quote on Twitter that I found, inspiring. It had to do a lot with the school that I work in and, schools, in Kansas currently. And it says by Jamie Kessop, when I talk to students, I don't ask them what they want to be when they grow up. I ask them what problems they want to solve. Okay, and this quote to me had a lot to do with, we had, kind of some startup people come in to talk to us about project-based learning and having a problem that students want to solve and they're really invested in, spend, months at a time or a semester solving this problem, getting their credits through that and getting some real-world authentic learning. And that's a big push in my district now and something that we're really striving to work towards. So who are we? Basic Aluminum High School. So this is in the Kansas City suburb. It's a growing district in a fairly popular area right now. The demographics of the school are 82% white, 9% Hispanic, 2% African American, and 6% other. And then for economically disadvantaged, there is 84% non-disadvantaged and 15% disadvantaged. School's really fairly wealthy. There's a lot of students and families with money, and then there's a huge disparity with the lower group of students. So it's a huge difference between students, maybe being homeless or something like that, to students, who seemingly want for nothing and, have come from very wealthy and supportive parents. There's no migrant students, and there's only 0.6% ELL students. It's not really a big issue or thing that we're really dealing with in my district. And then students with disabilities is 12%. So our building focus is to build relationships, encourage students, increase our project-based learning, and then get students involved and engaged in school. That's really what we're after, and get students involved, build relationships, and continuous improvement. And then, the community, the Baser community is a strong community. They, identify with the school. The school is really the center of the town. There's no downtown or anything like that. The town is really, growing like crazy. There's a lot of people who commute in to the Legends area, work at Cerner, and so there's a lot of people from Johnson County moving out to Baser. So it's really growing. And then there are some adjustments with people having, kind of a small town mindset, and then just so much growth that it's hard to stay with that as people are moving into the area. How do we do business in Baser Linwood? There's a very positive reputation in the community. Families move to be in the Baser district. It's been said that sometimes realtors might fib a little bit on whether or not you're in district boundaries because people want their students to go to the Baser schools, Baser Linwood schools. So that's really a positive. Staff has really been improving, working together, but at the high school level, there's still some cliquish stuff from compartmentalization and something that the school's working at. Staff is extremely involved with decision making. They want to be involved, and the administration does a great job of helping out with that and making the teachers feel like they have autonomy. And then there's student autonomy can be an issue at BLHS, and that's something that we work at and work on building resiliency with students and those things. And then there's a lot of students involved. The sports teams are a really big deal. Band is a big deal. A lot of different things that for students to get involved with, but there's still a group of students that aren't yet involved. And so that's something that we're working at. So where are we now? Our test scores really improved in the last year. The numbers are there, and across the board, was a big improvement. A lot of different things went into that. And there's different groups of students involved, and bigger focus on some of these areas and emphasis, and students bought in more, which helped a lot. We've had, approximately, I believe, 35% students trained in project-based learning, which is something we're trying to do more of at Baser Linwood, so working to improve that. About 85% of students are involved in at least one school activity, and the school's really shooting for 100% there. Definitely a portion of students who don't feel connected to the school that we get from surveys, and our Panorama survey data that we've collected. And then also, there are still students who don't feel like their learning is authentic and valuable to them, but I feel like we're improving at that, and we're trying to grow and change and working on project-based learning and all those types of things. So the why do we exist is basically in high school. We want to connect our students to the school and their community to increase their success. We want them to have them, feel like they're a part of the school and they're connected and they have a reason to go and to strive to be excellent. We want to have students have a plan for their future and to reach that success. So we want to work on their individual plans of study, working on their goals and getting them to where they want to be. And then also we want to build our staff-student relationships. Students are willing to really get after it and do the best they can in high school, and then we continue those relationships as students grow so they can have success after high school. And finally, where do we want to be? We want to continue high academic achievement, and we want to strive for more of that. We feel like we should be one of the best. We have the right clientele and the right teachers and everything. We should be near the top of the Kansas City area and the state as a whole. We want to connect all of our students to at least one activity or more. We want them connected. We want them building themselves socially and just improving that area. And then also we want to work on the quality of our student-staff relationships and working on the resilience of our students, being able to fight through problems and learn to adjust and just improve overall. So basically I feel like it's heading in the right direction and a really strong school.